Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. One more deep breath in. Slowly breathe out. Once again, take a deep breath in and chant Omkar while exhaling. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the resonance of Omkar in your body and mind. Feel the calmness. Feel the peace within. Slowly rub your palms. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the warm palms on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes while looking at your palms. We are going to begin our session very shortly. On the stage, along with him, I would like to invite Dr. Judu on stage with him and Dr. Nitina Kumari Patil also on the stage. Please take your seats, sir. Ministry of Human Resources and Development, Government of India. He is heading the award-winning project Shodh Ganga of Inflabinet, which received E-India Award from Mrs. Smriti Irani, now administrating Ministries of Women and Child Development and Ministry of Minorities Affairs, Government of India. Sir has received honor from France and received multiple awards. Sir has published 33 articles in national and international journals and edited books on his name. I would like to call Mr. Shivam on stage to felicitate Manoj Kumar ji. Give our guest good round of applause. Good round of applause बोला है मैंने. Ilavarasu. He is BSc Chemistry from Sri Ram Krishna Mission Vidyalay, MSc Chemistry from the American College, MSc Psychology from University of Madras, and PhD Yoga from S. Vyasa, Bangalore. Sir is fluent in R, statistical programming, and JASP, fluent in using stimulus presentation and presentation software like PsychoPy, etc. He has worked as research scholar and as an assistant professor in many renowned institutes. He has 36 plus publications in his name. Sir has been invited to many talks and organized a number of conferences and workshops. I would like to invite Manoj Kumar sir to felicitate Dr. Judu. Please give him a good round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Our next guest is Dr. Nitina Kumar Patil. Sir is BAMS, MD, PhD in Yoga, MSc Psychology, PGDA, and he has done fellowships in traditional medicine and integrative health, fellowship in palliative care. Sir has been in research and academic field, also in clinical services since so many years. Sir has 27 publications, 1 book and 3 chapters in a book on his name. And Sir has reviewed 16 international journals. Sir has achieved life membership in Indian Yoga Association, New Delhi, Vishwa Ayurved Parishad, Lucknow, NAPCAIM, Lucknow. I would like to invite Manoj Kumar sir to felicitate Dr. Nitin. Thank you.
All the researchers, students, and the invited speakers, and I think Honorable Vice Chancellor and Registrar. It was wonderful. I witnessed the most beautiful, marvelous convocation. I think I'm attending convocation after a long time because it's a Tribadi. He requested that if you are coming, please come in the morning so that you can see. So a special thank to VC and registrars for that privilege to see it. I am asked to chair, and she already told 35 minutes later. So that has given me a hint that I should not speak more, or the speakers also cut short to end in time. Sometimes, I just, so thank you to you, sir, wonderful anchoring. I also belongs to your category. Achanak se anchoring karne ke liye bolte, so I start anchoring. So that is how, but I technically feeling that you plugged it and it came. Many university take 15-20 minutes to see how technical it connects. So that is wonderful. And it's a lunchtime, after lunchtime. So post lunchtime is always risky for any speaker, for as you well. And it is, today is a very interesting moment for me. I left IIMK in 2004. And when he was not there. Now he's in the same institute, so we are sharing the dais on the behalf of IIM also. So Influminator, so that's a feeling. And I read the speaker's name, I find it as Nitina. I thought you are a lady. But then she told it's an error in the certificate, like he's called Nitin, not A. So here also it is written, in mine also, it's also written in the set. So we have wonderful 2 speakers, and I should confess first time, like I am not into that yoga. But I do yoga, not into the extent you are. And the research is like yoga research. I never ventured into yoga research, but since he told it is Yoga University, I tried to see how Shodhganga is doing in yoga. And I find there are 2 universities, maybe more than that in the country, but the submission is by 2 universities. You are right, no, sir? Yes. So we have contribution of 2 universities. One university, 105 theses. I will show you that. That's why I use slide. Otherwise, I don't want to use any slide. And I am, so that is wonderful. Then I put the word yoga in Shodhganga. Like when yoga first PhD thesis was done. So I could see 1990, 1995, 94, 80. Late, finally I landed into 1944, one of the theses. And I request you, Shodhganga is an open repository. You should explore it and tell me that this is the history. So I just ignite your minds to lead into this kind of, I am not a person to go and read everything. What was in 1944, we talked about yoga. Sometimes the university entered mistake also. So it could be a mistake in the year, but it is not a mistake. I think I went into the title page because I feel if I am going to share with an audience, I have to be very authenticate. Then 1944 year is written in the title page, Calcutta University. One thesis is that. So yoga is not a new topic for our country. Maybe it took a long time to establish a yoga university. I am asked about, talk about research ethics, and we are keen to listen both of you. research ethics. Ethic is a kind of moral. Here when I came, I understand people are very... So before starting, I should say that I came, then I told that I am in a wrong place, that people who are all dressed traditionally. In fact, I asked a gentleman, you asked what should be the dress code. He told formal. So there are two incidents in my life where I cut a very sorry figure. One was in Russia. I went to Russia last year, and I was asked for attending the dinner party. So generally dinner party, I thought that conference dinner party, we are free to move, and it is -3 degrees, so I had to put my jacket. So I had a very good jacket which gives if I take the hands from pocket and put outside, immediately it becomes frozen. That is the temperature. So I used that jacket and I went to that was a 5-star hotel. The dinner was arranged, and the person who is coming with me, they did not give. I have a protocol officer there all the time, but they were not invited for the dinner. So I had to go alone. They dropped me near to the hotel gate, and when I went inside, the first thing they told, take out your jacket. It is not allowed in the party. So I had to take out and give it. There is a cloak room to put all jacket. Everybody comes with the jacket, they all remove, put it. But inside they are all formal. And I was having only a t-shirt. And I was looking at that, I find that all are dressed up here, that bow, tie and all tie, black, white, this shirt, and one Indian man, jeans and t-shirt moving inside. After some time I feel that, okay, now there is no point to correct, you don't have a solution, let me go and mingle with. So I started telling hi to everybody, hi, to keep away from that. Finally, one lady officer, she was very popular there. I was not knowing who is, they asked hi. Then, are you from India? I told, yes, India. Then I asked, you are? She told, I am Deputy Prime Minister of Russia. So they recognized that I am from India. So she asked India, and along with her, that St. Petersburg, Mayor of St. Petersburg. So that is the second occasion, and first occasion, this is second. So excuse me for this. I have a better traditional dress. Next time I will come in the traditional. And with these words, I think let us make our session now. You have international conference on yogic perspective of cognitive neuroscience and mental health. Something like a very focused research is to be done. Like anybody who received a PhD today in this hall? So you are there, I remember. So congratulations to you and your team. I am keenly looking for your thesis to reach Shodh Ganga. So I am very unique in the country that at least I get the privilege of getting everybody thesis. Whether it is a movie star, whether it is a faculty, whether it is a minister, but PhD thesis will come to me within 30 days. So your PhD thesis will come to me. He will upload. He is very keen on that. How many theses right now? 19 theses. So I congratulate young university, taking initiative to sign, especially him. He came 3 times to my office to see that how we can get into that. Many universities forget it. These are UGC guideline, mandatory guideline. So that is where we get it. So you must be remembering that. Did you go through some mental pressure during PhD final submission? Because you are in yoga, you did not. So I think you have huge responsibility in other universities. I find that people are half crazy and mad at the time of submission. That's such a pressure. So neuroscience and mental health is that not everybody is stable. If a decision comes, if something very complicated issues comes in university, even vice chancellor also will have an issue. Faculty will have this issue. Even I have this issue. Some problem comes. So they are going to have a wonderful. This conference is going to be in a wonderful topic, and I think the outcome of the conference will set a guideline for our nation for some of the new models where yoga will be used to cure from the mental. And I think it has to go from university to colleges and school. I'm looking for a day where school syllabus, one chapter will be included on yoga. So if you can put up to the... Our Honorable Prime Minister made a yoga day on June 21st. So, and the most interesting thing to come, I practice yoga not regularly, and I can do Shirshasana. One thing which I can do. So when I do Shirshasana, people feel I am an expert in yoga, but not. Or the other thing I cannot do. Because since childhood I've practiced it even. So I put some picture there to see that, okay, I'm not this misfit to this audience. I'm also, okay, one of among like the practicing yoga like that. So that is that picture of my so in university, this is one privilege I feel that I should have. You want to sit here, sir? There? For maybe 15 minutes? Next. So I will take 30 minutes of my time on ethics. Is it okay or should we? Sir, VC sir, what do you feel that's? First I will talk and then I will give it to them. Otherwise I can give it to them, then later I can. If they have to discuss so many things. Academically that is most important. First mind. Okay. So then next one. So this is your university's details. I felt it. So you are using PDS, plagiarism detection software, which we have given free of cost. You may not be knowing Inflimnet has provided it, but Drillbit you are using is provided free of cost. Again, thanks to ministry. They first time told that PDS will be given to all universities, including private universities. So you got it. So all other projects, there is some criteria. You are not getting everything free. Like journal, it is not free to all. But this is free. Right now we have selected Drillbit. Earlier it was Urkund. Before that, original was there. Urkund was there. Before that we give Turnitin. So we are, every year we keep on advertisement and then through whoever qualify it, we take it. So this is given and this is your page. In your university, you have submitted 19 theses. Today, another 10 will come, right? 18 will come. So this number will grow. Okay. And you are one among 5,16,000 PhD theses. So there was no chance earlier to see your thesis publicly. If you want to read it, you have to again come back to the library of your university. This was the situation. Okay. So there we are. So today's figure is 5,21,000. And this journey started. She read about so many awards while introducing. These awards are not for Manoj Kumar. It's all for Shodh Ganga, a project which a country envisaged and put it in place. And why this project? That is what is my talk. Ethics, research ethics, where ethics was compromised. So this is the yoga which I told. If you have doubt, 4,910 on yoga search. You can see from the year 1900, that means 1940 was included on that. And you can see Sanskrit, Hindi also submitted. 200, this is how plagiarism, the ethics, exact words, ideas, rearrangement of words, all these things. And I think I'm running out of time. I have to give the time to them. Now, skip it. There are so many reasons how. Performance is one of the matter. If you have PhD, I will only appoint as a lecturer. So this question comes. If you have more paper, I will promote you. Otherwise, no. So people start this pressure on that. And why people plagiarize? Because lack of knowledge, lack of time, family, social, all time dedicated 24 hours. PhD करने के लिए time नहीं होता है. So this all reason is the reason. And the performance index में API. Now performance evaluation kind of thing. Next. Definition, etc. I will skip. These are type of plagiarism I have put it. Copying from different sources. And fake bibliography, all these are some of the type of plagiarism. We will have a different time, full session on that. Each and everything can be explained. So UGC told that this cannot come into plagiarism. So certain things are excluded. One is all quoted work reproduced with necessary permission, means citation, bibliography, or if you ask permission to the author that can I take it and put it in here with your referring your name. All. So reference and bibliography, table of content, preferred acknowledgement. Now acknowledgement is not plagiarism. So if you copy somebody's wife, doesn't matter. UGC felt that, okay, let them. Okay. Because all acknowledgement, I thank my father, mother, family members, all these will be there. And supervisor is the great person I met in the life. This is what acknowledgement is written. They clapped it to see that it's a fake statement. Yeah. Define everything. In yoga, domain knowledge can be. So in social science or social history will tell. India got independent in 1947. It's a general knowledge. You don't need to quote Mahatma Gandhi or somebody for this one. Benzene structure in chemistry, biology. Similarly in your yoga, I will not be knowing what is common knowledge in yoga. That you have to decide. So you tell your RDC says, okay, this is common knowledge, not to be cited. Okay, that's okay. Now, could develop plagiarism. There are 4 levels. Next, I'll just get it. Actually, this slide I copied into this, then it becomes next. So self-plagiarism is also included. If you publish your own paper, you have to cite it because publisher is somebody else. Next. I think we'll skip on now. So avoiding plagiarism is the next one. Don't depend on the tool. And yoga especially, you don't have content now. So don't feel that, okay, tool can help you to detect plagiarism. But tool can help you if content is available somewhere in digital form. But many of the yoga research materials are not in digital form. Even if you are taking from a book, right now you may be saved because nobody has seen that book. But tomorrow, no guarantee it will be digitized. Put it, your PhD thesis will be again evaluated by someone else. They will give a claim. We have a couple of instances, not couple, a dozen PhD theses are being withdrawn after award because the challenge of plagiarism. So this kind of thing, and half a dozen vice chancellor lost job. Picture of the vice chancellor in color, mentioning vice chancellor sent into Tihar jail. For 50 years of academic work, that is something which we are very serious about it, no? This kind of thing. So I will not tell the name of the VC here, because his student may be sitting in front of me as a faculty. It happened. So I removed the picture now. Only content I will show to sensitize. If you look at the notification, sir, first line is sensitization seminar. That's why I sensitize it. Not just seminar, talk, not set. I sensitize it like this. What is going to happen if you compromise on this? So this next. Simply be honest. This is the best slide today. Avoiding plagiarism is the best way in ethical consideration as far as publication is concerned. So research ethic, we should properly quote it, and you should learn few techniques for that. One is reference management tool. How many of you are using it? Nitin Kumar Patil with this topic, and it's I cannot comment about it. Only I request you, please interactive. Be interactive, and please interact with the faculty. And we will, how much time you need, sir? 30 minutes. So 25 minutes and 5 minutes questions? Yeah. Okay. So 25 minutes, let us listen to you. Can I sit there then?
Good afternoon. I thank organizers and also Dr. Manoj Kumar. He made my work easy because I had 5 minutes to spend on related with ethics, so I will skip that part. So I will just right away jump into the topic. So today's topic is yoga therapy, complementary and integrative medicine in mental health. How we can use yoga as a therapy and why we are going to use this. So usually we start with a prayer before this session. So prayer has been done. I am skipping this. But the second shloka, the Yogena Chittasya, yoga and Ayurveda are not two different things. If we see the Patanjali's prayer, yoga is meant for the mind management. For the Sharira, it's Ayurveda. So other thing is Vakarana is also has been mentioned in shloka. I will be using this reference later. So I bring greeting from Manipal words, one of the leading institute and in India in private sector Vietnam. I am representing them. This is my topic outline. I'm trying to give you the mental health, why it is important, and what is health definition, why we are talking about mental health. Yoga basically a philosophy, but why we are trying to use yoga as a therapy. We try to understand that, why this necessity has came, how yoga is emerging, where we stand in terms of research. So we will be discussed. So finally, we will be having some amount of time for the question answer. So I will give you a take-home message. So why we are talking nowadays more on mental health, So you may be knowing the movie Three Idiots. Yes, it's one of the very popular movie because I thought it's a postprandial session, post-lunch, what we call postprandial. We call FBS, fasting blood sugar. We call PPBS, postprandial. So we call postprandial session. So that's the reason I have kept this slide, but anyhow, I will go through. So this movie is a very, message conveying movie where you see the talked about education system, and also how important to handle the mind. So you could have seen there are two incidents in the movie. One is this incident where he survives. No, there is a pressure. Okay, so somehow he survives. But other instant where the mental health, mental emotions when not controlled, that's a disaster happens. Yes, we have seen this movie Three Idiots. Anybody not seen the movie Three Idiots? Hope everyone. Okay, not seen. Okay, statistically significant people are seen in the audience, so we will go ahead. So there is a funeral after the commitment of that boy has committed a suicide. So there is a discussion between vice chancellor or maybe a director of that institute and the Amir Khan. You could have seen. If I take the death body, in the best of the best forensic department in the world, best of the best, not only in India, in the world, I'm talking about the forensic department. The message, or maybe that the cause of death is very clear. Intense choking on windpipe resulted in asphyxia. That's the cause of a death. Yes? Yes or no? If anybody denies as per the forensic report, is it a root cause of a death? All of knows. Yes or no? Is it not root cause of a death? Pressure was somewhere else. It is not on a windpipe. Yes? Pressure was somewhere else. That's what he says. Sir, ये तो murder है. It's not a suicide. That's what he discusses. Yes? ऐसा दुनिया में कोई मशीन ही नहीं वो माइंड को माप सके, it can measure the mental activity of a. Yes or no? What is happening? It could have been very easy, to do a matching. Especially horoscope is not required. You have to just a scanning of a girl or a boy. How much matches? Yes or no? But we don't have a machine. So that's a limitation. So that's become more important when we don't know something where it is. Treating is more difficult. Yes or no? When we know where we can fix the problem. Plugging the loopholes, people will pay. We have to plug the loopholes. If we're not able to find where is the loophole, plugging is very difficult. So that's where mental health issues are more challenging, because present so-called advanced conventional medicine faces challenges handling this. So now we try to get into the topic. So most of the time, if you go to the hospital, because I will take a very common example of diabetes. So you could have taken maybe yourself, or you could have taken your relative, mother, father, or maybe a grandfather, grandmother to the hospital. When you go to the diabetes, a doctor, endocrinologist, how they look in? They take certain histories, give certain, because they don't have a time. They look basically more on physical symptoms and investigations. Yes or no? Anytime a doctor try to see the mental aspect of a health or a social aspect of a health when taking a history, how many have witnessed? Maybe you go as a caretaker to a hospital, or yourself witnessed. So most of the time it is how much sugar level you have before food, after food, some amount of lifestyle modification, not focusing the extent it is required on a mental aspect of a health and the social aspect of health. So if you see the WHO's definition of health, health is not only the physical part. Health have a component of mental as well as a social that we need to understand. So mental health is very, very crucial compared to the physical and the social. That's where we need to give more attention. I will talk why it is more important in my latest slide. See the beauty of our ancient and Indian knowledge system, Ayurveda. The same definition has been given more than 2,500 years back by Sushruta. He called to call a person as a swastha, prasanna atma indriya manaha. The second line of it, okay? Prasanna atma indriya mana should be there to call as a swastha. It is not absence of disease, is called health. Is that clear? So, even in ancient Indian time, when we not had a conventional allopathy or Western medicine, we are already giving more importance for the mental and social aspect of health. So now, before this session, we had some amount of time. There was some question answer session. During that, somebody asked brain and mind, difference. So maybe discussion helped me to again reduce my time here. So brain activity is taken as a mind activity today in the Western approach, but actually it is not so. Okay? Nowadays, even they are starting doing a conscious-based studies. Earlier, this kind of studies are not much. So, brain is different from the emotions. Okay? Even though certain part of the brain, mind activate, maybe does activity through the brain. Okay? So, this is a little bit of about we have 5 sense organ, 5 motor organs. Anything you want to achieve in life, you want to live a happy life, anything which is very important, it has to be done through this. It is Jnanendriya, sense organ, Karmendriya, motor organ. See, the sense organ as well as the motor organ doesn't function in absence of a mind. Now I'm trying to tell the importance of a mind. Okay? In absence of a mind, sense organ as well as the motor organ doesn't function. Agree with me? You are walking on a path, thinking something else. There is a big vehicle behind you making a horn. Okay? But you are not able to listen. Yes? There is a proper frequency of a sound. If I take you to the best of the best ENT consultant, your ear physiology is completely normal. But still you are not able to hear the jnana of the shabda. Yes? Suddenly your mind comes, you will be able to feel it. So what I'm trying to make you understand here, in absence of a mind, both sense organ as well as motor organ doesn't function. Success, failure, average is all how well you have a control over your mind. Mental health is an utmost thing. Happiness is something is not external or materialistic. Being all yoga expert, I no need to talk about the material and spiritual aspect of it. But trying to talk about the mental and social aspect of a health is also equally important, the physical aspect of a health. So mind is important. We call it the Ubhayendriya. For the function of sense organ as well as the motor organ, it's a must. So today we are calling lifestyle disorder. Why lifestyle? Knowledge is not a problem. I don't feel what to do, what not to do. People already know it. Yes or no? What kind of food has to be taken, getting up early morning is good, exercises are good, yoga is good, yes or no? We no need to sensitize people, orient.
So, question, over to you. Any question? Yes, one question. You want to use the mic?
That as you rightly said, that our system of medicine, Ayush and yoga, is the, I can say, solution to each and every problem. But as sir has said, we are not using it. My question is, sir, whatever your study you have shown in medical student and nursing student, so what are the components you have taken into consideration for quantification of the effect?
It's a different study, the President Pondicherry. She worked on perceived stress, trait anxiety, state anxiety with heart rate variability. These are all related to the mental health. So another thing which we did with the nurses, same parameter in nursing, because nurses have a different background. Their socio-economic status is different from the medical student socio-economic background. Sometimes it is more challenging to handle the medical students because they are all pampered most of the time. Yes or no? We have seen the difficulty in life when we are grown up, but present child not showing. So mental health issues are more. So those are the aspects we worked.
Thank you, sir. And just I would like to invite all of you. Myself, Dr. Chinmay Saab, Professor and Head of Physiology at Medical College, Bhavnagar. And now we are starting all the different research in yoga. So anybody wants any help from allopathy side, do approach me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Last question. Anyone want to? Hope you not understood or you understood completely.
Understood everything.
मेथडोलॉजी को फॉलो करने के लिए प्रेरित कर रहे हैं वो पूरा का पूरा साइंस बेस्ड है. जो मटेरियल के ऊपर जो टूल्स यूज करते हैं वही टूल्स यूज करने की बोल रहे हैं कि ह्यूमन के ऊपर करके आप बताओ. जो कि जब हम लोग रिसर्च करते हैं योग में तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है या भारतीय दर्शन में पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो भारतीय एकेडमिक जगत में इस विषय में विमर्श क्यों नहीं हो रहा है कि भारतीय दर्शन के क्षेत्र में स्पेसिफिक डेवलप करने पे काम कर मतलब रिसर्च मेथडोलॉजी हमारी खुद की रिसर्च मेथडोलॉजी डेवलप करने पे काम करने की ज़रूरत है क्योंकि हम कॉपी करने के चक्कर में कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हैं.
What's your name? What's your name?
मनीष नाम है सर. मनीष.
Yes, Manish, that's what I have quoted. See, I am against the present way of doing research, but we can't keep quiet, no, unless and until we find new way to do it. So science needs a criticism, but it should be a constructive criticism. जब तक हम लोग नया टेक्निक और मेथोडोलॉजी टूल डेवलप नहीं करते हैं, तब तक जो है उसमें हमको रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा. But we have to keep telling this in the in the forum, in the scientific forum. Then only the thoughts will process, and then only will evolve. But there are few things, as I said, EPI, electrophoton imaging, it's one of the tool which says it can measure certain subtle or maybe a stress related, but they're all in a very gray area. That's how science grows. So we have to keep thinking, processing, then only things will come. Okay? Whatever we have at present, we have to use it. At the meantime, we have to develop newer methodology and newer tools. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, I think lack of time, we will move ahead. Thank you, sir. Sorry for exceeding my few minutes.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for such a wonderful. India has solutions, but we did not prove it through science. That is what Sambar story says to us. Equally important for all other. I have a. Please come, sir, the second speaker. When he reaches, please come, sir. So I have a story about idli or some dosha, which is the best one. If anybody want to do PhD, you can do it and prove it. Because we have not done it. I have given a title. So over to the next speaker from my former institute, the IIM. Give him a big hand and enjoy. Please, sir.
So, good evening. Namaste. So, while I was thinking of this conference, what should I speak in this, forum where I was told that there will be researchers, there will be PhD scholars, there will be academicians and yoga enthusiasts as well. So, I have been teaching research methodology for last 12 or 14 years. And I sit in a lot of committees where we review research proposals, what is the strength of the research proposals and things like that. So keeping all those memories in mind, what I thought probably I will share something which will be useful to the students in terms of learning some new methodology. Because I always feel that if we expand the scope of the tools by which we can do our research, that naturally goes to expand the way we look at our research questions. Say, for example, if you know only how to use questionnaires, our limitation is just bound to the questionnaire-based methodology, right? So similarly, if we expand more and more tools, naturally it gives us more freedom as a researcher. So keeping that in mind, I thought of picking up a topic from the perspective of psychology, because that is also my background. Though I'm basically trained in chemistry, but later out of deep interest, I turned to yoga and psychology. So the topic that we will be dealing here is role of yoga in managing implicit biases in healthcare. Fine? Implicit biases in healthcare. So these are all technical terms. Let us quickly learn what they are. So, okay. So quickly, a few terms so that we are in par with each other. We are in the same boat. The first one, cognition. All of us know what cognition is. Processes involved in knowledge acquisition. It includes perception, learning, memory, planning, and decision making. This is very common. All of us know that. Implicit. This is a key term. Probably some of you might not have known this earlier. Implicit. What is this implicit? That happens automatically, spontaneously, without deliberate effort, and most often unconsciously, which is just simply happens. We don't deliberately do that. It just happens. So those automatic processes in brain that happens, that is what is called as implicit, right? Then what is this? So all the biases which I'm talking about, this is primarily studied majorly by social psychologists, and it comes under the umbrella term called as implicit social cognition. So what is implicit social cognition? Study of the automatic cognitive processes in social context when it leads to harboring set of social attitude, forming a pattern of decision making and social engagement. So this unconsciously sort of bias creeps into our mind. And when do we use this tool of implicit cognition? Whenever self-report becomes really difficult. For example, I am asked something but I really do not know that, what is happening with me. So which means I'm not even aware, self-aware of what is happening within, deep inside my mind. So that is one situation where we can use. The other one is to, wherever there is a high chance of self-presentation. In psychology, we have this term called as self-presentation bias or impression management, which means whenever I'm asked a question, I always tend to present myself in a best favorable way. Say, for example, a doctor asks me, how many cigarettes do you smoke? Dr. Saab, kabhi, whenever they are to my friends full, I just do 1 or 2. But I'll be actually smoking few packs of cigarette every day. So keeping myself socially desirable. So these are the two contexts where we primarily use this tool. Okay, just to give an idea about how this field is growing, over the last 45 years, you can see how significantly, over a period of time, the publication in this area of implicit cognition is drastically increasing. Now it is really a very popular topic in psychology. Now, what is this implicit biases? Automatic activation of attitudes which influence human behavior without conscious awareness or conscious violence. Right? Human behavior, which I mean, is both overt and covert, which means which is expressed and which is unexpressed, both of them. Implicit biases gets activated through association. So please remember this. We will talk about this extensively in the presentation. So before we go ahead, I just would like to play a small video because showing is, seeing is much believing. We can just experience what it is. It's a short video which depicts the issue of what social bias in the implicit bias is all about. Fine? Okay. So this is it's a YouTube material, of course, and this is the only one which I found very closer to our Indian culture. So probably we'll be able to relate this more easily. Yeah. Volume is there? Okay, great.
Mr. Mishra, Akshay, Shalini, Kavita, Mr. Venkat.
No way, I was just being polite.
I am not guilty.
I felt bad. No, that was meant to be a joke.
No. It was just a compliment.
Let's start from the beginning and see what happened.
Thank you, thanks.
Good morning.
Morning, Mishra.
Second floor?
No, 4th actually.
Did you also get stuck in the park traffic?
No, I live next street.
I ride a scooter. Very convenient. By the way, you're looking very nice.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Acha. Appraisal meeting. Don't worry. You'll get it.
Excuse me.
Good morning, Shalini. What happened?
Can you even ask? Yeah. You know that Mishra ji? He thought I'm dressed like this just to impress the boss. Can you believe that?
Men. Okay, listen, it's our boss in. I need to ask for leave next weekend.
Leave? In the middle of appraisals? Wait, what's your excuse? Are you pregnant? Oh, no, wait. You can use your Madrasi bonding and ask him. Of course he'll give you leave. Go. Go ask him.
Okay, I see. Napora.
Yeah. Hello? Kavita,
Shama, you should have been in the show yesterday. You missed an amazing show, yeah. You were so good. Hey, Ashwin, how was the show yesterday? See, it was a brilliant show.
Hello, Young Achiever of the Year.
Morning, sir.
Morning, what's up?
Coffee?
Break already, yeah?
Evening, 7 p.m. Con call.
Sure, sir. I'll log in from home.
No, office.
Sure, sir.
Tea break, coffee break.
I don't know what bothers me where I work.
Mr. Ji? Sir. Arey, baithiye. You don't have to. By the way, the project that was in the pipeline, we got it. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
In fact, I was talking to Pooja about how the clients loved your presentation and he's very happy with it. We'll be going forward. But chota sa problem hai. The client wants to run the production in 2 locations simultaneously.
No problem.
Which will involve a lot of traveling.
Sir, I can.
I know. Which is exactly why I asked Pooja to take the lead so you can relax.
So now what do you say?
Arey, I was just showing empathy considering he's disabled.
You mean differently able?
Yeah, that's what. But boss here was mean to me.
It's not as if you are perfect, Akshay. You judged me because of my disability.
Excuse me? Look who's talking. You judge me just because of the dress I'm wearing. Women don't dress just to impress people, by the way.
By the way, you keep saying I get perks because I'm from Madras. That's also not cool.
No, but that's a joke.
Oh,
you
when it
know
happens to you, it's okay.
But you know I was meaning it as a joke. How
No,
can you take it so seriously?
you keep saying it every time. 1 or 2 times. It's fine.
Stop. It's all of you. You're all guilty of unconscious bias.
What bias?
Unconscious bias. Judging people based on stereotypes which you are not even aware of. Like assuming that Shalini was well dressed only for a better appraisal. Now that's a bias, Mr. Mishra.
By the way, you're looking very nice today.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You should have been more self-aware. And you thinking that Kavita uses her regional connect to pull favors.
No, that was meant to be a joke.
You could have showed more empathy.
In the middle of appraisals. Wait, what's your excuse? Are you pregnant? Hey.
And Akshay, you could have asked for a second opinion.
But chota sa problem hai. The client wants to run the production in 2 locations simultaneously. Which will involve... Will that be an issue?
No problem, sir. I can shuttle between the 2 locations. Thank you for asking.
Alright then, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I got it. I got it. I'm guilty of unconscious bias. I assume young people take a lot of breaks and don't take work seriously.
Guys, can we go for a coffee break?
Coffee.
So I think that describes brief what implicit bias is in social contexts, right? So this is the theme which I would like to discuss. Often we have these thoughts that, people from North India are like that, people from South India are like that, people from this perspective, they are like that. So we form too much of implicit ideas. In psychology, we call it as schemas, okay? So that is fine. In fact, that is actually a wonderful mechanism of our brain, the automatic mode of working. That's perfectly fine. We don't call a board meeting, and when there's a snake around, we don't call a board meeting and say, come on, let us discuss. What shall we do with the snake? What is your opinion? What is your opinion? We don't do that. We just quickly react. Am I correct? But then the content of that, the implicit bias or the mind that we have, that sort of decides the way we present, the way we behave, the way we even make a decision. Okay? Just to highlight 2 more things, that how this association, in associative way it happens. Just a quick, brief story, just to illustrate this point very deeply. Once, just follow this story and just see whether it goes everything same. Once, father and a son, they were traveling in a car. Suddenly, the car meets with an accident. Okay? The car meets with an accident. Unfortunately, the father dies on the same instance, immediately. The father dies. The son is rushed to the hospital. On the operating table, on the operating table, the surgeon looks at the boy and exclaims, "Oh, no, 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 I cannot operate upon this boy because this boy is my son. This boy is my son." What comes to your mind? Does it appear tangible? Anybody? Exactly. So doctor could have been also the boy's mother, right? This is a logical and very simple, straightforward solution. But I'm sure many of us be still baffling, how is it possible? कैसे हो सकता है वो? Okay? This is simply because of this association. Surgeon is equal to male. Surgeon is equal to male. This association is something which we carry. Similarly, we carry lot of associations in our mind. Just imagine, with this association, we sit in an interview, we assess our people, how far it is, even taking a yoga session, whether this person will be able to do or not, all kind of images that we fall in our mind. Not only this association, but also they sort of guide in our decision making. If you don't believe, another small instance. Okay? Just quickly answer these questions. In which country, in which continent the country Kenya is in? Kenya? Africa, okay. What are the traditional colors of the game chess? Black and white, okay. Now name any animal which comes to your mind right now. Zebra, lion, elephant. If I ask this question, as a first question, name any animal, obviously you would have thought about cat, dog, your pet, favorite pet, exactly, right? Where on earth would you ever think of zebra? Zebra. We'll have to really dig deep in order to get zebra. But see how it happened? Just because two simple priming questions. Simple, finished. So often we think that we take conscious decisions. We are in control of our decisions. But not so. Not so. If these two simple questions can prime ourselves to this extent, just imagine how often we are primed, how much we are primed by our daily activities.
Yeah. Hello? Kavita,
Shama, you should have been in the show yesterday. You missed an amazing show, yeah. You were so good. Hey, Ashwin, how was the show yesterday? See, it was a brilliant show.
Hello, Young Achiever of the Year.
Morning, sir.
Morning, what's up?
Coffee?
Break already, yeah? Evening, 7 p.m., con call.
Sure, sir. I'll log in from home.
No, office.
Sure, sir.
Tea break, coffee break.
I don't know what bothers him where I work.
Mr. Ji? Sir. Arey, baithiye. You don't have to. By the way, the project that was in the pipeline, we got it. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
In fact, I was talking to Pooja about how the clients loved your presentation and he's very happy with it. We'll be going forward. But chota sa problem hai. The client wants to run the production in 2 locations simultaneously.
No problem.
Which will involve a lot of traveling.
Sir, I can.
I know. Which is exactly why I asked Pooja to take the lead so you can relax.
So now what do you say?
Arey, I was just showing empathy, considering he's disabled.
You mean differently able?
Yeah, that's what. But boss here was mean to me.
It's not as if you are perfect, Akshay. You judged me because of my disability.
Excuse me? Look who's talking. You judge me just because of the dress I'm wearing. Women don't dress just to impress people, by the way.
By the way, you keep saying I get perks because I'm from Madras. That's also not cool.
No, but that's a joke.
Oh,
you
when it
know
happens to you, it's okay.
But you know I was meaning it as a joke. How
No,
can you take it so seriously?
You keep saying it every time. 1 or 2 times.
Stop. It's all of you. You're all guilty of unconscious bias.
What bias?
Unconscious bias. Judging people based on stereotypes which you are not even aware of. Like assuming that Shalini was well dressed only for a better appraisal. Now that's a bias, Mr. Mishra.
By the way, you're looking very nice today.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You should have been more self-aware. And you thinking that Kavita uses her regional connect to pull favors.
No, that was meant to be a joke.
You could have showed more empathy.
In the middle of appraisals. Wait, what's your excuse? Are you pregnant? Hey.
And Akshay, you could have asked for a second opinion.
But छोटा सा problem है. The client wants to run the production in 2 locations simultaneously, which will involve. Will that be an issue?
No problem, sir. I can shuttle between the 2 locations. Thank you for asking.
Alright then, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I got it. I got it. I'm guilty of unconscious bias. I assume young people take a lot of breaks and don't take work seriously.
Guys, can we go for a coffee break?
Coffee.
Let's well on.
So I think that describes brief what implicit bias is in social contexts, right? So this is the theme which I would like to discuss. Often we have these thoughts that, people from North India are like that, people from South India are like that, people from this perspective, they are like that. So we form too much of implicit ideas. In psychology, we call it as schemas, okay? So that is fine. In fact, that is actually a wonderful mechanism of our brain, the automatic mode of working. That's perfectly fine. We don't call a board meeting, and when there's a snake around, we don't call a board meeting and say, come on, let us discuss. What shall we do with the snake? What is your opinion? What is your opinion? We don't do that. We just quickly react. Am I correct? But then the content of that, the implicit bias or the mind that we have, that sort of decides the way we present, the way we behave, the way we even make a decision. Okay? Just to highlight 2 more things, that how this association, in associative way it happens. Just a quick, brief story, just to illustrate this point very deeply. Once, just follow this story and just see whether it goes everything sane. Once, father and a son, they were traveling in a car. Suddenly, the car meets with an accident. Okay? The car meets with an accident. Unfortunately, the father dies on the same instance, immediately. The father dies. The son is rushed to the hospital. On the operating table, the surgeon looks at the boy and exclaims, "Oh no! I cannot operate upon this boy because this boy is my son. This boy is my son." What comes to your mind? Does it appear tangible? Anybody? Exactly. So doctor could have been also the boy's mother, right? This is a logical and very simple, straightforward solution. But I'm sure many of us be still baffling, how is it possible? कैसे हो सकता है वो? Okay? This is simply because of this association. Surgeon is equal to male. Surgeon is equal to male. This association is something which we carry. Similarly, we carry lot of associations in our mind. Just imagine, with this association, we sit in an interview, we assess our people, how far it is, even taking a yoga session, whether this person will be able to do or not, all kind of images that we fall in our mind. Not only this association, but also they sort of guide in our decision making. If you don't believe, another small instance. Okay, just quickly answer these questions. In which country, in which continent the country Kenya is in? Kenya? Africa. Okay. What are the traditional colors of the game chess? Black and white. Okay. Now name any animal which comes to your mind right now. Zebra, lion, elephant. If I ask this question, as a first question, name any animal, obviously you would have thought about cat, dog, your pet, favorite pet, exactly, right? Where on earth would you ever think of zebra? Zebra. We'll have to really dig deep in order to get zebra. But see how it happened? Just because 2 simple priming questions. Simple, finished. So often we think that we take conscious decisions. We are in control of our decisions. But not so. Not so. If these two simple questions can prime ourselves to this extent, just imagine how often we are primed, how much we are primed by our daily activities.
You have seen it, how he introduced the topic, then where bias exists or not. He proven with his examples, then methodology he chosen, IIT, then this implicit biases which he mentioned. Society has this implicit bias where is no doubt, but how he put it into a research, methodological tools to give his result. So let us, ladies and gentlemen, give this him better appreciation and give your claps together for the wonderful research paper, I should say. A lot of research content was there. Then we'll take one or two questions, though I know that I did not interrupt because I was enjoying the way he was presenting with the result, the research result, and presenting it.
So one question is that, though we are talking about this implicit bias,
cognitions, that was the topic on that. Second one was on this role of yoga in managing implicit biases in healthcare. So topic is very limited to healthcare only. This is applicable everywhere. But he has used the same methodology to prove that how yoga is rated in the IIT scale. So you should give him more rank, and because people are treating Ayurveda yoga as a pseudoscience, like without proven experiment. And these are some of the papers, very classical paper which you can quote. So all of you should read it thoroughly to see that how mental health and yoga is related with this. And let us put your hands once again for both of them for the wonderful talk. And I really enjoyed this talk. Bias is, society bias is always there for everything, not only for one thing. And if I did not know that, I just have one question before I ending. There are some class of people coming with mentalist now. So they will draw a picture before asking questions. After few, that they will tell that, remember the question, remember a flower, remember a flower. Finally, they will show here that, okay, this is the flower you. This is there any influence? They will not ask much questions. These are. Have you heard about the mentalist? The people are like, you will see social media, a lot of these people, experimental kind of thing. Maybe we can interact after that, or you want to answer it?
Mentalist is an entirely different paradigm, but there is something called a subliminal perception. You can quickly influence a person's mind in a short span of time, but not very strongly, but triggering, cues you can always make.
Okay, yeah. Triggering cues. Thank you. And now over to, so thank you so much for inviting me, Mr. Tiwadi, for sharing the session, which is absolutely no value relation between me and this yoga or research on that, but you have given me. So I thank you and VC and other staff members, and thank you for patiently. And I apologize for delaying it a little more because of the interest of the topic from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are concluding the session. I would like to thank all three mentors. I would like to say a few words. We learned a lot from you, and we wish to learn from you in future as well. And thank you very much for enlightening us with your knowledge. Please let us thank all the mentors and speakers with a good round of applause. Mehta and Ravi Goswami. In hall number 2, Arvind Karotra is the moderator. Participants are Arvind Karotra, Kinjal Jadeja, Durga Devis S, Thara S. Nair, Sivant V, Devanshi Gala, Veena Sumati, Pradeep Kumar, Aditi Patwardhan, Amrita Patel, Dr. Alpi Singh, Pritibha Rana, Isha Patidar. In the third hall upstairs, Mr. Ujjwal Kumar is the moderator. Participants are Mr. Ujjwal Kumar, Dr. Hetal Bharat Kumar Prajapati, Dr. Ronak Kumar Rajubai Parmar, Dharmendra Singh Jhala, Kamina Ben Jayantilal Patel, Pooja Mishra, Kamalendra Pratap Singh, Dr. Divyansh Jain, Miss Neha Mandalia, Sanjita Negi, Manish Chawda, Santosh Krishnan, Pulkit Taneja, Bharti Patel, and Vivek.
अवधेश प्रताप सिंह यूनिवर्सिटी रीवा मध्य प्रदेश से आई हैं। मैं और सर हम कई दिन से आपका स्वागत करते हैं। मैं लकुलिश योग यूनिवर्सिटी के शिवम भाई त्रिपाठी से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वो डॉक्टर विनय भारती जी का मेमेंटो देके स्वागत करेंगे।
सबसे पहले हम जिनको इनवाइट करेंगे वो डॉक्टर दिव्यांश जैन सर को इनवाइट करेंगे और अब हम चीज़ों को प्रारंभ करते हैं। I to moderate rheumatoid arthritis formation and elevation. Now comes to introduction part. As we know that yoga is a systematic ancient Indian practice incorporating psychological, physiological and cognitive yoga derives from the Sanskrit which means to the joint together. RA is a severe immunological illness that causes inflammation, discomfort, swelling, stiffness in the joints, while there is a no curative medicine for the RA. So comes to epidemiology part. RA affects about 1% of the global population. It more commonly women than prevalence of 5 to 1% in South Africa and India. So these are the references. So RA usually affects the joint. So these are the like pictures you can see that joints pain. So the mean of the study. Now comes to ancient literature review part. In the concept of pain according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Dukha normally not retention of consultation. So these are the ancient review of this taken from Patanjali Yoga Sutra 1.31. Now come to scientific literature review part. So in first study, Pratt White in 2020, the title was
चीज़ें हैं जो बच्चों में उस लेवल पे अग्रेसिव बच्चे थे जिन्होंने प्रैक्टिस की है जो नहीं की उनमें काफ़ी डिफरेंस दिखाई देता है।
प्रश्न को स्टूडेंट्स की ओर से आपको सबसे ज़्यादा पूछने की ज़रूरत है। नेक्स्ट
enhancing the brain, a review of deep relaxation technique for improving sleep quality and memory function. Right? How we are implementing it? So very basic population is female students 6 to Karnataka, where we have kept a 2 mm black dot where they have the process. They have filled the form, then they have taken the intervention. Again, after the intervention is finished, they have given a 2 minutes of break, and then again they have gone for the post-assessment. We have done, there are three processes we have done. The data is normally distributed. In this data, we have applied within the group paired sample t-test, between the group independent sample t-test, and we have seen the correlation with the age. Is there any correlation with the age? Next slide. Yeah, so if you see the results in the group 1 and group 2, they are significantly, changes are there in both the groups in both the assessment. But when we see the between the group changes, the Bindu Prataka has shown more changes compared to Jyoti, but both have been significantly improved. It is not that only one group is improving, both the group is improved, but when you compare both the groups, we have seen that Bindu Prataka is improving more in compared to Jyoti Prataka. How it is of Bindu Prataka in comparison with the Jyoti Prataka. So limitations, because, next slide, yeah, limitation of this study is, as this study is done in a very generalized population of females, so an immediate impact is seen. So if we do either RCT on a longer intervention, longer duration, then the incorporating specific meditations like these practices will definitely improve in the females which undergo so many of different cognitive challenges during their studies or during their college studies. So definitely these kind of practices will improve their upcoming challenges in their studies. So continued research into meditation effects on cognitive functions will lead to more effective and cognitive enhancement strategies. Thank you.